My name is Scher, and welcome to my tutorial on speed. Now the first thing we need to do in this tutorial is figure out what exactly speed means. I know scientifically it's distance divided by time, how long it takes to get from point A to point B. We're talking about martial arts kicks, which is the topic I'm going to focus on here. Speed might have a different meaning. How long it takes you to get from the ground to your target, from a chambered position to a target, whether you count any telegraphs or pre-motions that you perform for the technique as part of that technique. So I'm going to posit, for our purposes today, that speed starts when you have both legs on the ground and you're in a casual fighting stance, to when your foot is back on the ground after you hit your target. So any step, shift, or pre-motions you do to increase speed will count as part of that technique, therefore they might decrease speed. For example, some people say that you're faster if you do a skip together or if you move your front leg forward to build up some momentum before you start your kick. The kick itself, from the ground to the target, might be faster, but the sequence itself, counting that shift forward, will not be faster, but will in fact take longer. Now, if your basic fighting stance is prepared for a kick, then the weight should be off of the kicking leg. So if I want to lift my lead leg, then I should have my weight on my back leg. If I have my weight on my front leg, before I throw the kick, I have to shift my weight back and pick the leg up, and that shift is part of the kick. And not only will it slow the kick down, but it will also telegraph to my opponent or tell them what I'm about to do. So always start your kick in a position that's subtle and easy to take off from. Some people don't count the retraction of the kick, but if you leave your leg out there and just put it down, or throw your leg out and then pull it back slowly, if you miss, or if your kick isn't as fast as it should be, then someone could take advantage of your fully extended leg and throw you down, grab the leg, or do any number of unpleasant things. So the retraction and putting the foot down should be counted as part of the kick, in my opinion. Another aspect we have to look at when we're talking about speed is lead leg versus turning kick. A kick with the front leg will take less time than a kick with the back leg because your whole body doesn't have to swivel to throw the kick. Believe it or not, the power from lead leg kick can be significant enough relative to the impact force a human body can take. So I personally like to throw more lead leg kicks than turning kicks because they're faster and can get to the target more subtly and quickly. So let's say we're in a good fighting stance and the weight is off the front leg. We're getting ready to throw a lead leg front kick or lead leg round kick. We want to build up speed. So we need to develop speed in several areas. Picking the leg up, sticking the leg out, and pulling the leg back. One of my favorite drills is to chamber my kick, whatever it be, a side kick or round kick, and turn on a metronome at a certain number of beats per minute. Maybe 100 beats per minute to 50 beats per minute. And then I'd go for 30 seconds or a minute and start kicking and try to make each of my kicks land on the beat of the metronome. If I can keep up with this, I can increase the speed on the metronome. That's a good way to keep track of the speed development of your leg and muscle. Your legs and body have two kinds of muscle fibers. There's slow twitch and fast twitch muscle fibers. The slow twitch muscle fibers help you do prolonged things like lifting something heavy or running for a long period of time at a medium speed. Sprints, or really quick kicks, take another kind of muscle fiber called fast twitch muscle fibers. Now everyone is basically born with the same amount of both kinds of muscle fibers, but you can, through training, develop more of one or the other. For greater speed, you want to develop more fast twitch muscle fibers, and the best way to do that is by doing things quickly and pushing yourself. So if you throw kicks quickly and really push yourself to go more quickly, those fast twitch muscles will get stronger. And fast twitch muscles also happen to grow larger faster. So if you want bigger muscles, then that's the kind you should be working. Okay, let's assume you've developed those muscle fibers and your kick is super fast in the chambered position. But now we need to talk about lining up your frame, your bones, and your muscles into a position that can move into the target effectively and dynamically. That usually involves turning your hips over and pivoting, maintaining a vertical axis on your torso. Sometimes you're pushing yourself really hard, but you really can't feel the push. Or maybe it might hurt your knees, especially if you're holding onto a bar and you're really going fast. One awesome tool that I've recently found for helping improve my speed is a resistance band called the Scher band. I hook it onto a bar or myself, and I chamber my kick and I start throwing them as fast as I can. Now the band pulls back, but that pushing out of my leg, so the pulling of the quads and the hamstrings, really get a good workout, and it really helped improve my speed over a short time. Now some people talk about not chambering when they throw a kick. In my opinion, the speed needs to take into account the chamber. because the chamber is what lines everything up. Yes, you can throw a powerful kick without a chamber. You can throw a fast kick without a chamber, especially if your timing is correct. So if somebody's stepping towards you, going full face in, you don't even have to throw a kick. You can use their momentum against them. You can just pick your leg up straight and they'll walk right into it. But if we're talking about a clean, powerful kick, we need to talk about the chamber as well, lining up the hips and muscles into the kick. So it's very important to practice not just the extension, but also picking the leg up into the chamber. One great drill I found for that is you have somebody hold a pad upward, and instead of hitting out to the kick, you try to hit the pad with your chamber. So another great way to work on the speed of getting the leg up into the chamber position and then throwing out the extension quickly is an ankle weight. I love to put on ankle weights and start on the ground, pick my leg up, and see how fast I can throw my side kick out there with a full chamber.
Awesome tool for developing greater speed in your kicks from the standing to the execution to the rechamber is to take a side band and hook it up to your ankles using slip knots and then perform the various kicks quickly and dynamically with the resistance of the side band.
Now, even if I'm really fast throwing a kick, there's a good chance that when I pick my leg up to throw the kick, somebody might jam me or punch me in the face. So using my hands to increase speed, waving them this way or that way to help turn my hips over, is a bad idea. Yes, it might make you faster in the short run, but the sacrifice of that speed for the defense aspect while you're kicking, I think is not a valuable trade. Keep your hands up by your face or in a guarding position. Yes, speed is important. And yes, it's really good to be able to throw your kick quickly. But if you haven't timed your kick correctly to land at the target at the most opportune moment, then no matter your speed, your kick will never have full impact. What I recommend doing is going and checking out my best times to attack tutorial. And I talk a lot about timing there and figuring out the best time to launch that attack. Thank you so much for watching this video on how to increase the speed of your kicks. Please don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe, and please check out the other videos on my YouTube channel.